Hi there, welcome to today's lesson. Today we will be talking about the comma. Where did it come from and what does it do? Having practiced for a while now, I'm sure you have the basics of the comma down. But today, we are going to explain all of its uses. Before we get into the lesson, however, let's take a look at the comma's history. The earliest known punctuation dates all the way back to 200 BC. At this point in time, punctuation's whole job was to show people who read text aloud when and how to speak. No one read books silently. Instead, people listened to actors, chanters, and other readers as they read everyone the stories. The first punctuation marks were a 3-point system, which went from low to medium to high. These marks showed the readers how long of a breath was needed between phrases. In fact, the word comma in Greek referred to a breath taken before a relatively short sentence or phrase. With the invention of the printing press, writing became more common. And now that many people read, punctuation helps both people reading silently and aloud. This gives the comma quite the job. The comma now has 6 different uses to help us understand the meaning of sentences. Let's review the first. Commas for lists. You've probably learned about this one before, but it's an important part of the comma's job. You can tell when it is correct to put a comma somewhere if you can replace that comma with and or. For example, today I went swimming, rode my bicycle, and played in the yard. Commas for joining. Commas also join 2 complete sentences together, which they do with the help of a conjunction, such as and, but, yet, or. For example, we wanted to go to the movies, but it was a school night. Remember, you always need a conjunction for the sentence to be correct. Saying, I went to the beach, it was very sunny, sounds fine in speech, but is not grammatically correct. Try saying, I went to the beach and it was very sunny instead. Commas filling in gaps. Commas can also imply certain words. This one isn't used as much anymore, but it's still important to remember. For example, I had 4 stickers. Michael, none. The implied word here is had. We can tell because the first half of the sentence is talking about stickers, so the second half must be 2. Commas before direct speech. When writing what someone said, you place a comma to separate the phrase and quotation marks around the phrase. For example, she said, I was hoping to be in Mrs. Whitley's class this year. Maybe you'll like this teacher too, he replied. Notice there is a comma in the first quotation but a period in the second. The rule here is that the comma goes wherever the quotations separate from the rest of the phrase and a period goes at the end of the sentence. Commas setting off interjections. Remember from earlier lessons that an interjection is an exclamation as a part of speech. It can go at the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence, but it usually goes at the beginning. For example, oh no, I left my umbrella at home. In this sentence, the comma separates the interjection, oh no, from the rest of the sentence. Commas that come in pairs. When you have information that elaborates on a sentence but is not necessary, you separate it using commas. For example, I, of course, will be staying home today. Since the sentence, I will be staying home today, makes sense, we see that of course is unnecessary and must be separated by commas. There we have it, all 6 uses of the comma. That completes the lesson for today. Now you know a bit of history about the comma and all of its uses. If you have any questions about the vocabulary, there's a vocab page at the end. I hope you found this lesson helpful. See you next time.